Good morning and welcome to episode 1157 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. That's actually 3223 if you put it in just numbers. Kind of cool. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Wes has Women's Month, and the rest really doesn't matter compared to that in the cup of coffee in the big time.
That's right. We're going to teach you all about women, what you can do to appreciate them. It's a few fun facts about them.
Hey, it's never too late to learn, right?
Oh, you got to get in your mic.
Hop in that microphone. Mark, you want to go on deck with Mummy Love? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is Mummy Love. What do you have? I can go on deck. I can go last. Either one.
Okay. I've got the latest Frank and Bean news. You don't see Franks and Beans in the news every day.
No, you don't.
But
I didn't know there was news.
I got the latest on it. Yeah.
Are they calling them Beans and Franks now, or what?
No. It's actually news about Franks and Beans. You'll be shocked.
Okay, why don't you go second? Mine's pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay. Mark with the Mummy Love will close it out in the hole. Nice. How you guys doing? Huh? Doing
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Need to quit smoking.
Oh no.
My lungs are. I can feel them.
I hear that.
I can feel.
I hear that. As a, I don't smoke the tobacco, but I smoke the wacky tobacco. You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah. No, I hear that.
Yeah. Having a few coughing fits in the middle of the night lately.
They get tired. Yeah, those lungs.
That's the thing, is they get tired. So if you go on a little bit of a break though, and then they get recover, you're gonna go back. That's the thing, you know. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Every time I switch to edibles, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll switch to edibles, and that'll, I just basically cycle off. I'm like a steroid user, except, just to treat the lungs a little bit nicer sometimes.
I mean, historically, we're all creatures of habit and addicted to stuff. So I imagine you'll cycle back to it, right? Yeah.
Always.
We'll see. Maybe we can kick the habits this year, guys. 2023, new year.
That's right.
Good luck with it, Wes.
Yeah, thanks. You guys just want to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. It's electric so far. Let's just get into the news.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Cup of coffee in the big time. Seeing as how that misogynist Pat didn't have anything prepared to, honor the start of Women's History Month yesterday.
Goodness.
I figured I would again carry the torch as the host of Equality here on Hard Factor by first saying thank you to all the women in our lives. Without you, we would literally be unborn and dead. Both. Thank you.
Yeah.
We love you.
That's double dead. Unborn and dead.
Yeah.
That's double dead without women. Yeah.
Double dead without women.
We love you so much, we died twice.
That's right. Even if we were born, we'd be dead without you.
Right.
And to our lady listeners out there, we know we joke a lot on this podcast. We know that you may be more sensitive to some of the jokes that our male listeners, based on your physical and emotional makeup. But just know we love you too, no matter what jokes we make.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We tease the ones we love.
That's right. I'm a big teaser of the one I loved, like all of us are. And
chicks are the best for real.
Absolutely.
I like them. Yep.
Not even kidding.
Yeah. And with
let's hear it, ladies. Let's hear it for the ladies. Woo! Let's hear it for the ladies.
Yeah. And this fun facts section is all about our wonderful counterparts in this life, women, which I asked ChatGPT to define a woman, and it's an adult human female used to refer to individuals who identify and present as female and who may have biological traits such as the ability to give birth or produce eggs.
What a long description.
Yeah. Oh, it was very careful about what to say.
Yeah.
Here's some fun facts about women. Women speak about 20,000 words a day, while men speak about 7,000 words a day.
Nice.
That makes sense, right?
Well, they got a lot on their minds, They got to get out there in the world.
Yeah. Where'd you get these stats from?
It's a LinkedIn article, actually. There's a bunch of references, too. So these have been the studies. The average amount of time a woman can keep a secret is 47 hours and 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
You believe that?
2 days.
I think I can keep a secret less time.
I know that's 2 days. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's pretty good.
47 hours is actually pretty good. Men are
Yeah.
probably about the same or less, maybe.
Yeah. Women spend nearly 1 year of their lives deciding what to wear. And that's true. Based on my personal relationship that I'm in right now.
Yeah, at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's got to be, yeah. How much do men? Probably half a year? Nah, maybe not.
What? Half a year? No, I
month?
would say it's a tenth of that.
2 months?
Yeah.
How
I
long
wear
you guys take
whatever, I
getting
wear
ready in the
whatever's not wrinkled.
Proportionately, like I think Wes said, it's closer to a tenth of the amount of time.
How many shirt changes per day? Put it that
What?
way. If you go get dressed, how many times you changing your shirt? Never. You just popping the one on and that's it.
What?
I just
Yeah.
think. Let's
You'll never ever be like, nah, not this.
let's-
shirt.
let's
I'm
assume-
gonna go with a different shirt.
if you
Well,
assume,
yeah, I'll do that. But like today, I had a sleeveless shirt on for the Hive Hour, and I switched to this shirt. But no,
If
I
you
It's
commit
about
to
taking time getting ready. So
the
I'm
shirt
saying,
fits,
no.
I'm out.
Well,
because the time spent for the ladies is like trying on different outfits, right? So it's like
right, and thinking about it, coordinating shoes to outfits, and where am I going? Is it like what environment am I going to be in? They just were a little more thoughtful of it. So like, if you say outfit changes are 1-to-1, which they might not be, but let's say they're 1-to-1 for men and women, how long do you take to think about what you're going to wear versus your wife? Historically, think about it that way.
exponentially less.
The
Yeah.
only time it takes
lot
longer
less.
for me is when I
I think my wife takes more time finding out what I should wear than
Right.
I do what I should wear. So she's double thinking about what people should wear.
if I have fatted out of a shirt, that's the only time I really change it because I know I look like shit. If I'm like, oh, this shirt is way too small to wear out in public, then
Sure.
I change.
On certain occasions, thought goes into it, but
Yeah.
the most of the times, no.
That's right.
Yeah.
A woman eats 4 pounds of lipstick in her lifetime on average. So if you're a lipstick wearer, you eat about 4 pounds of it.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Women see 20% more color than men, especially red. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I'm saying? Women are more rational than men because of a thicker cerebral cortex than men, and the
You
two
said that was a
highest.
scientific study? Or?
Yeah, and the two highest IQ scores in recorded history both belong to women. So
Wow.
I believe. I believe
They got
all
better
those.
brains.
Yeah.
oh, our brains are just jumbled messes. Yeah, terrible.
I believe that. I mean,
Yeah. So if you
believe that about mine.
in the corporate world, be sure to share some of those facts with your lady coworkers today, but choose wisely. You know what I mean? Let's move on to the news. First up, a sad story out of Buffalo, New York, and we were just talking about the movie Backdraft. Well, this scene out of Buffalo was basically a scene out of Backdraft as firefighters rescinded to a 4-alarm fire at a building that stored theatrical costumes, and the building collapsed, leaving one firefighter trapped inside, and he gave the ultimate sacrifice. He died in the line of duty. Here's video of the explosion, which caused this thing to collapse. You don't see anyone die or anything, but it's fucking nuts. So there they are. They're battling the blaze outside, and then, backdraft scene.
Whoa.
Yeah, just an explosion. Knocks 2 firefighters down on the outside. Unfortunately, there were firefighters on the inside, and one of them was trapped. I'm going to play you a different angle of the explosion here in the same video in a second. But it is fucking crazy.
That's
So,
brutal. That's a tough job, man.
Yeah,
Whoa.
here's another angle. Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, that's from the side angle.
Yeah,
Whoa.
side angle. So pretty crazy. Our
It's
condolences.
basically
to-
just fire. For people couldn't see, it's just fire flying out of the front of a storefront.
It's like what happens in Backdraft.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
The firefighters, we get blown back. So thank God there are men and women out there who are brave enough to do these jobs, because if any one of us the world would just be a big plume of smoke and ash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We're not stopping any fires anytime soon.
everything would burn down.
Yeah.
No, I learned that in college one time. There was somebody started a fire at my apartment complex, like on our building, with a cigarette, like in one of the like stairwells, between apartments, like a 3-story apartment building. And the people who like started it, like when we realized there was a fire outside, we started like running out and putting fires, like filling up trash cans with water and shit, trying to put it out. The people who started it just like went back into their apartment, and nobody else came out and helped. And so like the whole fucking building could have just gone up. Like
so
if
you
we
got-
hadn't like
but you
been
put it
pouring
out.
water up. Yeah, we got it down enough until
Manageable,
like
yeah.
firefighters got there
Nice.
and like put it fully out. But it was it was nuts. Like people were just gonna sit in their fucking apartment and get roasted instead of helping to put the fucking fire out.
Yeah, it's a scary thing. So
Yeah,
hats
people are
off
like
to-
generally just like not helpful.
I'm gonna avoid fire at most situations.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I didn't start the fire, I'm not gonna be affected by the fire. I'm out.
Yeah, I did put out a fire. I started once in like elementary school with my buddy Kevin. We went back in the woods of Clearview Elementary. And we were like little pyros, like lighting things on fire.
Yeah.
And there's like a tree in the creek that was like kind of like a Christmas tree type thing, that style of tree, like and we lit it up
Those
and
go up fast.
it
yeah.
went up so fast and we weren't preparing it. And I ended up putting it out and I lost all of the leg hair on my one leg.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
all of
putting
it
out,
gone.
throwing a few buckets of water on a fire versus running into a burning building, a little bit different. You know what I mean?
I started that fire too.
Yeah.
though.
So hats off. To
Oh,
the
obviously.
firefighters.
No. I'm not trying to steal valor. I was just to your point, Wes. Without the firefighters, nobody would stop the fires.
No, I know.
I learned that for real, for
for
sure.
sure.
So hats
Ta-
off.
Mark, speaking of Christmas trees, Taylor and I almost burned down his patio one time with a Christmas
They go
tree,
up.
too.
Yeah, they go up
Oh,
quick.
old ones. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So thank you to all the firefighters out there. Finally got that out.
Thank you.
And now,
Thank
better
you to all the
news.
firefighters out there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, you had your own stories about your valor that I
Yeah.
had to compete with.
There was another time.
Better news. An important PSA to all like-bodied listeners out there. I know it's the Fatathon, but if you're participating, I'm sorry for this. But Kentucky Fried Chicken is bringing back a classic after nearly a decade, and that's the Double Down. I don't know
Oh
if you
my
guys,
God.
I don't know if you guys know what
No
the Double
bread.
Down is. It's 2 pieces of fried chicken, and then in between are 2 slices of cheese, bacon, and mayo or a different kind of spice sauce. So
Is
it's
that
just
keto, Wes? Could
I
we
don't
do-
think so
Yes.
because of the breaded chicken. I don't think so because of the
Oh.
breaded
the
chicken.
fried chicken.
Yeah. I
Fried
thought
chicken
so
is
too, Will, but
apparently one of the worst things you could possibly eat. Like, on
So if it
planet
was
Earth.
2 pieces of grilled chicken, 100% that's keto.
yes,
cheese,
100%.
cheese and bacon. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cheese, bacon, and ranch is also keto.
Yeah, I but
if you don't do enough, if you don't.
This
do a
is
ton,
mostly just bread and a little bit of chicken. But it looks. I've never had one. I guess it was. It made its debut in 2010, and it sold more than 10 million sandwiches. But it just didn't. It didn't. I guess do the
no
the
bread
sales.
sandwich didn't do the trick.
But it's coming back March 6th. You can get your hands on one. Be sure to bring some napkins because that.
Yeah, speaking of that, Wes, how do they serve it? Is it in like a pouch? Because you
It's-
can't.
it's
You
just-
don't
it's in
want to
like-
grab
like-
the chicken.
Aluminum pouch, like you probably get at Chick-fil-A or
Yeah.
something.
Okay, you just
It's
eat it
in
out
a-
of the foil.
It's in a
Yeah.
trough that you eat with no hands.
Do they blend it for you? Put it in a cup or?
You eat it with no hands in a trough.
This is a real empty parking lot kind of scenario,
They
right?
pour it in a dog dish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you're pounding double downs, you're doubling down on death.
Yeah, that's a quadruple bypass.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The double down looks pretty fucking good.
It does. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try it, no doubt. I mean, it
I
looks
think we
insane.
can try the double down.
It's March 6th. You can get your hands on one.
All right.
So
Marking it in the calendar now. That's only
Yeah,
a couple
absolutely.
days away.
More sad news. I don't know if you guys saw. There was a big train crash in Greece that left 38 people dead when a passenger train crashed head on with a freight train. So they were both on the same fucking track.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there was a CCTV video of it. It happened at night, so you can see it, but it's just an explosion. But there's the aftermath you can see.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, I
It
mean
was
one
a
of the
head-on train collision.
head-on collision. So they
Were
both
there
on the
any
same
deaths,
track.
Wes? Or was
What's
was
that?
it-
No,
were
38
there
people
deaths?
died. 38.
48.
38. 38 people,
Still.
hundreds injured.
You
And
don't expect that when you're on
No.
a train.
and the prime minister, I guess, said that it was human error. So there's a railway,
Obviously.
Whoa.
a station manager. They were on the tracks for a while, just imminent doom, and no one said anything. No one caught it.
So humans have to review that because like there's not a computer system that manages that, like which trains are on which tracks or
I don't think so. Greece
Well,
is
it's like air traffic control, right? You got to be able
right.
to
You'd
see
have to
this
have a
shit.
human like
Yeah.
overseeing it. Yeah.
So there was a railway manager, like a station manager. He was arrested, and then the transport minister resigned. So over there, if something like this happens, people resign. Over here, Buttigieg just doesn't visit your site. And so they said that the rails
I
over
saw
there.
people tagging him in that, like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he stepped down right away.
Yeah, he stepped down. So they said that the rail system over there is not up to 21st century standards. So they don't have a lot of the safety stuff that we have over here. But I mean, Jesus, all these fucking or these train crashes.
I'm a fan of trains too, but this is like, it's enough in the news already. I'm getting.
I think it's been the worst year by far for trains. Like, and what's crazy
I like
is
train travel.
I know, and so many people are all about this high-speed rail. That shit got set back.
This is big air, I'm telling you. This is big air.
You think it's airlines?
Yeah, I
doing
think
all
you're
this
right,
shit?
Wes, because I love like a first-class train ticket's not expensive at all, and it's
No.
nice.
And you feel
Are you
so
sure
much
it's not
safer.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not just that people like kind of just don't maintain their trains and tracks a lot of times, and there's a
Well,
lot.
Big Air is certainly pointing it out.
Big air is.
You think it's big air? It could be.
They might
big air.
be sending some people out there and cutting a few notches in these tracks. You never know.
Right.
I think Norfolk Southern could have something to do.
I mean,
with
do
it.
we report on every single small plane crash in the world? That's happening all the time. Big Air, so
There's
lay
well,
off.
there was also a migrant boat crash in Italy this week that killed, I think, 62.
So Big Air probably is putting the boats to
You're saying
pass too.
okay? It's all big. All right, I could see it. I
Even
could see it.
Spirit's looking good right now to me.
Very sad though. R.I.P. to
Yeah,
everybody
very sad.
in these
very sad.
tragedies.
Human
It's
error
insane. Yeah.
could have been prevented. Moving on. Remember that horrific car accident involving 2 Georgia football players and that.
Well, you're a lot of fun today. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I looked on Google Trends and it was 99% soccer. Everything was FC this, FC this, FC this, FC this.
Gotta go to crashes.
Yeah. Gotta go
Pivot.
to bad stuff. Yeah.
Real, FC,
FC,
Real.
FC, FC. God, there's no question about what the most popular sport in the world is. Let me tell you. It was Chandler LaCroix and Devin Willock who died, and then he was an offensive lineman and then a staffer, recruiting staffer, and then who's the guy? Jalen Carter. He's the one that survived, and so now the arrest has been issued. A warrant has been issued for his arrest. So they want to talk to him. It's just like some misdemeanor stuff, but it might fuck with his draft prospects to whoever follows the NFL. He was like number 5 prospect in the draft until this happened. So he's going to turn himself in.
Tragic.
It was really tragic. They said he's going to turn himself in. And I don't know if they're just saying that it's just misdemeanors and then they're going to get him on something bigger, but they were going like 104 miles an hour in this car, I guess.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's what's happening there.
Super sad, man. You can't expect that to be happening on the celebration of your title. That's so fucking nuts.
Yeah. He said in a statement that there's no question in my mind that when all these facts are known, that I will be exonerated of any criminal wrongdoing. I mean, I don't know if he was the driver, but if he was going 104 miles an hour and he caused a crash, he's probably not just getting a misdemeanor.
No, I mean, even if it wasn't a death, well, reckless is a misdemeanor, I think. But
it was LaCroix's vehicle was traveling 104 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone.
Oh,
so I mean that's bad.
That's way too fast.
Yeah, way too fast.
Brutal.
So that's what's going on there.
Got a tragedy for us?
Nope. I got a good one here. That brings
we
us...
we got boats, cars.
Yeah, I told you about the
trains.
double down.
Yeah. Well, that leads to heart attacks.
Yeah. I enlightened you on women.
Yeah, it's true. I like that women segment.
Yeah, and that brings us to
The cream of the crop!
Did you guys see? I put it in our Google Calendar, our shared calendar. Double down at Wendy's on
Nice.
oh shit! I got to change it. I put it on the 20th. It's on the 6th.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, move it
I'd
back.
be gone by then.
Yeah.
Good thing I caught that.
Guys, I want you to meet the world's youngest whistleblower, bigot, and prude, Knox Zajic. There he is. I mean, just look at this kid. He looks like he says the F word a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in the woods, he's starting fires and calling everyone an F word.
Dude, he says a couple F words.
Yeah.
Dude, he's definitely your buddy that's got access to like unlimited firecrackers.
Yeah.
And the R word a lot too.
Oh, he says every derogatory curse word, everything that you can imagine. And
that face shows up at your house. It's like 9 out of 10 times. It's asking you if you want to go light off bottle rockets.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he just looks like trouble, doesn't he?
He's calling kids shorter than him midgets and stuff like that. Everything.
This kid
goes.
is a menace. I just know he is. You see, Knox spoke up at a Windham, Maine school board meeting. This is just outside Maine, a little bit more inland, Portland, Maine, and he spoke up at a board meeting to read aloud from the book Nick and Charlie, written by Alice Osman, which begins with 2 early teen boys stealing wine from their parents and proceeding to experiment sexually with one another. Okay,
Is this a
Now-
biography?
no, it's fiction, but it's called Nick and Charlie. Here's the book cover. You're gonna want to know that later, I imagine.
Okay, so it's a book about two gay
Two young gay
kids.
kids, yeah. And the
Okay.
advisory on the book says it's for 14 years and older, and he found it in his middle school library. Okay, now he's gonna read a passage out of this book.
He's the type of kid that puts this in his friend's locker and then has all the girls show up and he's like, "Open your locker," and he's like, "Oh,
Look
what's
what
he
he's
doing?"
got in his locker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ruins
I knew
your
it.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes your parents move.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here he is reading an excerpt, a page from Nick and Charlie at the school board meeting.
Was on a stand. I'd like to read you a page.
I bet you would.
My back over my hips as I ask if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons. He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a
That's
condom.
So pissed.
We're kissing.
Oh, yeah, wait.
Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired, or these past couple of weeks have been too much. But this reminds me so much of the first time we had sex. We were both terrified, and the whole thing was kind of terrible because we didn't know what we were doing. But it was good too, so good.
2 cocks.
Because we were a mess of emotions, and we were scared and excited, and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like he's scared that any minute. Now, this book was at my middle school, and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel version.
What? No, wait. At the public library or at the school library?
School library.
They have
No
a
fucking
They have
way.
a
For
graphic
real?
novel
That-
version of that?
Yeah, I don't know what they do, but what a
Or shit.
cliffhanger, though, huh?
Yeah.
Can he get that? Can he has he
What
have
happens?
proof of that shit? Does he have proof of the fucking librarian offering him a graphic version?
Or he's trying to ruin her life too.
Listen,
This
you
little
can
shit.
see by the book that it's got the library tag on it from the school.
I
so
believe
it's-
it was in the school.
Yeah,
I believe it was definitely in the school, but
Definitely
the
in the school.
librarian stuff is bananas.
I don't know if they have a
That's
graphic
crazy.
the graphic novels.
Yeah.
How the hell do they have a graphic novel for that thing already?
Is it that popular? I mean,
No
I,
way.
I kind of want to know what happens.
What's it called?
Nick and
Some-
Charlie. It's right here.
Nick
By
and Charlie,
Alice
okay.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. I got a few guesses as to what happens, but I'd rather not ruin
Yeah, I
the
mean, I
story
guess
for
we
everyone.
got a gist to what happened.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
we know what happens.
Graphic novel
They have a
popped up.
summer. They have quite a summer.
Did the graphic novel pop up?
It did in the
Jesus.
Google search.
Is that
but
is that just child porn then?
like it's the same. That is the graphic novel that
This
he
is
had.
the graphic novel.
Yeah.
Oh, so he had a small version of this. He didn't have this version.
Yeah.
He just got a different picture than what he was reading.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, this is the one
He
I
had the
found on Amazon.
paperback.
The librarian,
and
I think, is
you've got
misinformed.
the librarian offered him what you're showing us.
Yeah, I think the librarian exactly is misinformed.
He offered him the comic, right?
There's a comic and a web comic and a graphic novel. The thing Wes showed us was the graphic novel.
Right. So
what did he have?
Wes, he offered the picture book version that you were showing us. He had the paperback just to read it through.
Yeah.
He was reading it off. So I guess the
There is
school
a
thought
graphic
because there's no
novel.
pictures that in the one that they had on the stands, it was okay. Now, if the librarian really offered him the graphic version,
but let's-
that's nuts.
let me look
Because
at
he's
the
not
cover.
14.
I mean, that looks okay. It's
That
not.
looks more like a book.
It's a book.
That looks
That's
like
definitely
a- Yeah,
the
it's a book.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might have
Anyway.
illustrations in it. Who knows? But I mean, like
Yeah.
that he's got like the book version and there's a comic version as well. It looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, what a cliffhanger, right? And guess what? Nobody's at Knox's main middle school is going to know what happens between Nick and Charlie because it's back to reading boring, age-appropriate books, thanks to Knox, who is the whistleblower and who is stripping the library of all the best books. And here's
That would be one of the best. says a hot item at Knox Middle.
And here's Knox's dad, and Adam.
He's
you might have guessed based on the lumberjack coat and the hand tats that he's also a little pissed off about the book.
I can't believe that book came back in one piece after.
He didn't.
After he got
tried
his
to rip it.
mitts on it.
He tried to rip it in half. He was
Yeah.
just so angry when he realized, oh, it's a fucking book.
I don't want to touch it.
Yeah. And he's also pissed about this other book called Genderqueer, which he found in his older son's high school library. So
they're having some conversations.
Adam
at that
is
house.
just being inundated with queer books being brought home from
he is.
sons.
Dude, he's having a conversation with his wife.
Yeah.
And then the whole family. Yeah.
When his sons find those books at school, they're like, "Oh, my dad's gonna lose his shit when he sees."
Oh, and Adam does lose his shit, and now the town has a tyrant on their hands in the form of Adam. Here's what he had to say at the school board meeting in response to all this.
Yes.
Oh boy. So I'm that kid's father.
Okay, good. I was asking for you.
Yeah, I'll take another 3 minutes. So that's my son,
Okay.
11 years old, and went to his library and found that by the entry door of our library, this is the smut that he is finding. All right? I don't care whether it's gay, straight,
He's confident.
bisexual, whatever the terms are for all this stuff, doesn't need to be at our school. Doesn't need to be at my 11-year-old's library. And then as far as genderqueer, I've got a son in the high school as well. And this is bullshit. We know it, all right? We do not need to be having literature that's showing boys how to suck dick, all right? I'm very, very frustrated about it, okay? And
is there a chapter
you
on
may
that?
think that schools know the best for our children. You know who know the best for our children? The parents. So, like I said, listen to the parents. I can tell you right now, I don't work anymore, and I will be more than happy to focus my time and effort to the security of my child and children in this school.
I got fired from my job, and all I got is time.
Yeah.
So I just want you to be aware of what you've woken. Okay.
Whoa! They've woken the beast.
They've woken.
He had all the confidence in the world until the "I don't work anymore" line. That just really shook the whole. It just crushed his whole momentum that he had going. Yeah.
Listen, I got nothing better to do than to seek out these gay books in the library. So
Be honest with you, I got some time on my hands.
I'm feeling a little bit less of a man right now, and then all these gay books come in, and I'm gonna have to do something drastic now.
Drastic indeed. He's gonna burn down the library.
Yeah, they might as well just get rid of all those books for everyone's sake because Adam's on the loose.
You're right, Mark. It's not worth it.
It's not worth
it. He's going to start a war over genderqueer.
Any of these kids can order genderqueer on Amazon, all right, if they want it. Right. Like, get it out of the library before Adam burns it down.
Yeah, no, he's not fucking kidding. He's going to fuck you up if you keep those books in there.
Yeah, this guy's going to fuck you up.
Where do I begin? I'm gonna take the next 3 minutes.
You love it. I love it when somebody starts a speech with, "Oh boy."
Yeah.
It's like he's doing a wrestling promo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When someone says, "I don't care about gay or queer or whatever they call all this stuff," you know he cares a lot.
We should get Adam
on council with like a band of old ladies behind him nodding in agreement that
we should get Adam on the pod and then like in post put like a bunch of like Yuri pictures behind him or something like that. Like,
oh dude, getting those two on the same stream would be insane.
Wouldn't be a good idea. Yeah.
So I imagine that they're removing all the books in Windham, Maine that are, a little bit controversial. I mean, look, if it was 14 and over and it was in the middle school book library, I mean, obviously, you want to be inclusive.
That's a legit point, dude. That the book is just over the age limit, right?
It's
right.
And the other one, if it really does have a chapter on sucking dicks, like, I mean, you could probably submit a form somewhere, like.
What's 11? He might just think all of them have those chapters. What is 11? Like 3rd grade?
6th grade.
6th?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking sex ed at that point. So you're aware of sex.
You are, but you don't need an erotic form.
It's just
right. You don't need an erotic form. I agree. Yeah. I agree. It doesn't need to be an erotic form.
The library.
Yeah.
Adam's speech kind of buried the librarian. Back to the librarian.
Oh,
That's
he threw
really
her
the
under. He
person.
threw her under the bus. But I think he had to with his dad, whether she said it or not. He had to create a story where she like basically forced him to take the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is under so much pressure now.
Adam's dad's following her around, man.
You get in there and you read that fucking page, boy.
He's like, "Oh, still on lunch, huh?" Like he's definitely he's got his eye on the librarian. Yeah.
Yeah. Scoping her out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, thank you, Wes. Thank you very much. And just in, producer Eric let us know that while we are taping this, the Senate unanimously passes a bill that calls to declassify all U.S. intelligence on the origins of COVID.
Good.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Good. So what's going to happen when everyone finally agrees it's from the lab? Anything?
No, they'll just be like, oh, okay. Yeah, we all knew that.
Yeah. And then like no one gets in trouble.
Maybe
like,
Fauci.
What,
I
like
don't know.
35 million people died or something crazy?
Maybe Fauci gets in trouble. G certainly won't. He's like
100
the
million
emperor of
globally or
China.
something? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's cool though. They want to get to the bottom
That's
of it.
good.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Let's move on from all that serious bullshit and talk about the latest news of Franks and beans. One of my favorite comfort meals as a kid was Franks and beans, and which, looking at myself today on our podcast clips, actually makes a lot of sense. You know, it's like a sugary,
I believe it.
processed meal. Yeah, no, it makes sense. It
I'm,
is
I'm,
good.
I'm doing the edit today. I'm going to drop in a Franks and beans from There's Something About Mary in here.
Please
Franks
do.
and beans.
Yeah, that's why I love the phrase so much. Is because
Yeah.
of him. And as a current newsman who also loves Franks and beans, I don't see Franks and beans in the news every day, but this week we are in luck. First up, taking it to Greene County, Tennessee, where a semi-truck loaded full of Bush's baked beans, completely chocked full, overturned on the 7200 block of Newport Highway at around 7 a.m. this week, and we're talking thousands of cans of baked beans.
Wow.
These things,
Are those bushes?
bushes, and they're the family size cans.
Yeah,
These
those
are
are
like
huge.
the gallon cans. Yeah. So
Oh,
you see there,
are there homeless around? Because that's like a jackpot.
it was it was quite a spot that he spilled it. You're right, Mark. The homeless should have just set up a fucking oil drum and just gone to town
Yeah.
on these bushes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a massive like spill. The guy flipped his semi over, and then the baked beans just ripped a hole. So many baked bean cans, they just ripped a hole in the side
So
of the
heavy,
truck.
yeah.
Yeah. But Mark, as you pointed out, this truck driver really spilled the beans on himself too
Yeah.
by wrecking into a light post directly in front of somebody's house, spilling the entire collection of baked bean cans directly onto their front yard.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, so they
That's
came out the
right on
top.
their yard.
Yeah.
They came out the top of the fucking
Dude,
trailer.
they're lucky they didn't get the truck through the house. That
They're
was
so lucky.
2 feet away.
How did he do that? Because it doesn't look like there's any weather going on.
There's another pick. I think he just ran into a light post.
He wasn't paying attention.
A power line, yeah, because like right next to where this accident happened, like probably behind where the guy's taking the picture, there's just a smoked electric post. And so like this dude like probably just ran off the road, hit the light post, and luckily didn't like
Small
destroy that
2-lane
house.
highway, like an old school 2-lane highway.
Exactly.
Going through town, yeah.
Country highway.
Yeah, country highway.
Country
Maybe
highway.
swerved
So,
for an animal. Who knows?
Yeah, could have.
yeah, I mean, hopefully
Usually,
something like that.
usually semis don't swerve for animals though. They're not.
Oh,
they're not
dog.
supposed to.
Just take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take it out.
I understand, but I'm just trying to give the guy a little credit. Maybe instead of being negligent, he was thoughtful.
Potentially.
Maybe he was laughing at a hard factor joke. We got a lot of truckers out there. Maybe it was
That's true.
Maybe it was our fault.
Hopefully not our fault, but it could have been, because you're right. A lot of truckers do listen. And yeah, I mean, hopefully it wasn't just negligence, but it definitely could have been. Definitely could have been. And then, I mean, imagine, what do you think this husband said to this, like, or whoever lives at this house? Like, when you come out of your house and you see this fucking shit in your yard, like, what do you think right
He
there?
was probably like, it couldn't have been a beer truck.
Right. Yep, you're right, Mark. Beans.
Beans.
I'd be excited, but not many
Well,
people
sort
would be.
of. Like you get like 4 of them, but how many beans? How many family-sized bean cans do you need?
I mean, that's like that's a survival kit. You know,
Yeah, I
like a
guess.
year-long survival kit. Just got
That's
dropped
a
off. in your front
30-year
yard.
survival
Yeah,
kit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, if they're apocalypse preppers, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Bush's also owes that whoever owns that house, that family, the owner, they owe them something, because that is
Yeah, some new sod.
Their yard is fucked up.
Well,
with all those bean
they're
cans.
covered with beans, so something besides beans would be great.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. Maybe something not the beans. All right. And finally, sorry, my voice cracked. Finally, in Frankenbean news, going from North Tennessee all the way up north to the U.S.-Canadian border, and there is another invasive species coming to a United State near you, potentially. And what it is, it's the most intelligent and aggressive pork sausage you've ever seen, the Canadian super pig.
Whoa.
Yeah. Canadian
That
super
alpha.
pigs. Yeah. Wild boars mixed with domesticated pigs. And I know that you think you've seen your fair share of feral hogs in the southern United States, but these Canadian hogs are apparently crossbreeds, like I said, between wild boars and domesticated pigs, so like, farmed pigs that have become bigger and more intelligent. So it's like wild pigs that have become bigger and more intelligent because of the crossbreeding, and because of that, now able to survive the harsh winters that their smaller, dumber cousins in the South could never handle. The super pigs in Canada apparently burrow tunnels, like tunnel cities under the snowy ground. Like you can see their breath rising in the morning. There's so many of them under there.
Well, that's intimidating, dude.
Yeah.
To see the breath rising and then they come out of the ground, that's intimidating.
Yeah, out of their little burrows.
Yeah.
Dude, they're badasses. I'm telling you. And so like they're huge and smart, and they're normally like 100.
They can do the haka.
150. They probably do 150 to 250 pounds. But one was recorded as big as 661 pounds.
Ooh.
Yeah. Remember Hogzilla that they
Big boy.
shot that down in I think it was Alabama or Mississippi. or
Yeah,
something?
somewhere south. Most hogs in the United States are Florida to Texas. Florida through Texas.
That thing was like 1,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, they get big.
They get huge and they burrow down and like they stay in the mud down there. But up like what happened was, and I won't tell you. Let's let Ryan Brook, who leads the University of Saskatchewan's Canadian Wild Pig Research Project, tell you. He said, "We have already documented pig occurrences less than 10 miles from the U.S. border. Quite honestly, I think there have already been some in Manitoba going into North Dakota." So he thinks it's been happening for a while. And he added this: all the experts said at the time, well, no worries. If a pig or a wild boar ever escaped from a farm, there's no way it could survive a Western Canadian winter. It would just freeze to death. Guess again, experts. Now you've got the northern super pig to deal with, who already ranges over 300,000 square miles in Canada and is coming into the United States.
Let's eat them.
Yeah, let's eat them, but I'm not messing with a Canadian super pig.
No.
Dude, a 500-pound super pig would fucking destroy a human. In a hand-to-hand fight.
And then eat you.
You would
Look
need
at this
some
picture
weapons.
Yeah.
I found.
Yeah. Have heavy artillery.
Look at this fucking
I don't
picture
think Brass
found of
Knuckles
this-
is going to do it with the. Oh my
of
god.
this.
Is
That's
fake?
a fake one. That's a fake picture.
That's fake?
Yeah, that's
dude.
a fake picture.
Yes.
That's an old school one.
Yeah, I don't think that 12-year-old nerd with a BB gun took down a 3,000-pound hog.
That
Well, it's
picture
1,000 pounds.
particularly is fake. But Wes, you're right. They have shot like massive pigs in the South. I do not think that one is real. I think that's a fake one from a while ago. But I don't know. You're right, Wes. They do get weirdly big. But they didn't think that these Canadian pigs, because the winter is so cold in Canada, they didn't think that wild boars, feral pigs, or loose, domesticated pigs would ever be able to survive the cold. But what happened was the wild boars and the domesticated pigs got together, started making hybrids, and those things are smart and huge, and they can actually survive the winter. So now hogs are coming at America from the United States from both the north and the south. You have all the feral pigs in the south, deep south, and then now you have them ranging all over Canada coming.
And then they're going to breed together.
Damn.
Oh, eventually, yeah, it's going to be
It's like the
one
bees.
massive super pig.
It's like the killer bees of the bee. Yeah.
I know they say wild boar. I mean, I've had wild boar, but I guess it was like, just super spiced up. They say it's gamey, but I think
Gamey.
Oh, it's
think they should-
delicious.
I think it's good.
I love it. Oh, the big ones aren't very good, but a tenderloin on a hog, delicious.
Jerky. All right, let's get into a few comments before we do the last segment. First of all, it's Meow Green wants to know why Wes is always getting got with the fakes.
I don't know. Is that one thing to be real?
Yeah, you do. And then this one's a very interesting comment from Juanita, who says, hello, today I almost died on my birthday. Please wish me a happy birthday. And we'd like to say happy birthday and hope you're okay.
How'd you almost die, Juanita? Tell us.
We'd like to know. We can update everyone if you let us know.
Sorry for your near-death experience, but glad you survived.
Yeah. All right.
Jeez.
Happy birthday.
And then one last one. Wes is a clickbait whore. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but let's get into it. Why don't we? Let me see if I can play a clip. I found a bonus dog, so that can make this clip into.
It's time for the international moment.
Fantastic.
I got one good one, and then one we're just going to kind of riff off of at the end. So we're headed to Peru to meet 26-year-old Julio Cesar Bermejo. And there he is.
Okay.
I mean, he looks pretty normal, right?
Yeah, he looks goofy.
Well, I mean, the eyebrows. Come on,
He looks like a goof.
let's not just throw those eyebrows up on the screen and then be like, it's totally normal, you know?
Okay, well, fair. He's not normal. He's not. I was going to say wrong. Wrong. He's not normal. Unless you think sleeping with and being in love with remains of an ancient mummy is normal.
Generally, no.
No, right? Yeah, he's normal, says the one mummy fucker listening.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, and the brows are cool too. Here's his mummy lover. That's
his lover.
Well, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Wait, I thought
no, it's a mummy, dude. It's like
it's a real mummy, like
person,
a mummified person.
It's fucking remains of
Is that
someone.
one of those Chinese delivery coolers?
It's not Chinese delivery, Wes. What is this? He calls
It's a DoorDash.
It's a DoorDash.
Oh.
It's a DoorDash bag.
Juanita, the love of his life, Juanita, or what's left of her, she's been dead for an estimated 600, 800 years, is sitting in a DoorDash thing. And why do you think that is?
To keep her cold?
What the fuck?
Because he works for DoorDash, guys. DoorDash is in Peru, and Julio Cesar Bermejo is a part-time DoorDash driver. So if you live in Peru and this guy here showed up with DoorDash, it probably was the same bag that he keeps Juanita's remains in.
Oh.
Which is pretty upsetting.
Oh, my fries smell funny.
Yeah, Will's in shock. Will's like, oh, yeah, it's gross.
How did he get his hands on this mummy?
Well, that's a good question. So, first of all, it's upsetting, but more so the fact that this dude fucks a mummy is also upsetting. He jizzes on a mummy, and then he leaves it in a DoorDash thing, and then he takes it out, and then he puts food in the DoorDash thing and brings it to you. It's all very upsetting.
So wait, you're just be a pile of ash if he was actually fucking it, like just a pile of crumbs.
I think he jerks off onto it.
I think he jerks off onto
it.
Yeah.
He loves.
He worships it.
He worships it. Yeah.
So why hasn't DoorDash told him like maybe get the mummy out of the delivery bag?
I don't think he's working for DoorDash anymore. They said former delivery driver.
Okay, yeah,
that's not a warning scenario.
They don't come and take back the bags.
Like that first warning.
I know.
Yeah, he's off the app.
Dude,
hey, if you don't get that mummy out of here, you're fired.
Yeah, this is a warning. Now we want you to disinfect the bag before you come back to work. By the way, Julio claims, this is to Wes's point, that his dad brought back Juanita's remains one day, and that they've been caring for her for 30 years, even though he's 26. So I guess it was the first child of the house was Juanita. Julio's not spilling the beans if his dad fucked her too or was in love with her. He just gave the origin story to the local press. By the way,
no.
Julio technically hasn't admitted to banging the mummy, but he did say this to reporters. He said, I take care of her. I maintain her. She is like my spiritual girlfriend and sleeps by my side in bed. So, I mean, read between the lines.
Oh, fuck, man. He keeps a mummy in bed.
Yeah, he does. He sure does.
I mean, is that even is that? I guess it's not. Is it illegal? What is it? What do you?
No, it's decidedly illegal, Will, and that's why he was arrested. Because he was hanging out with the remains of Juanita in a park in Peru, and he was with his buddies, and he was like, "Hey, check out, it's my spiritual girlfriend," and they're like, "What? Are you serious?" And then the Peruvian police showed up and they arrested him because they were like, "What the fuck are you doing with the remains of an ancient, dead body? What are you, a grave robber? What are you fucking this thing? Why is it jizz on it?
Yeah,
great questions.
Explain.
Yeah. So they hauled his weird ass to jail and confiscated his spiritual girlfriend.
Good.
One last thing, Yeah, go ahead.
What if it was a passed down mummy to fuck from his dad? Like,
Yeah.
Sounds like it
family
was, dude.
heirloom.
Sure sounds like
it
it.
was.
Like, hey, your grandfather used to fuck this mummy.
Yeah.
And I got my time with the mummy, and now it's your turn to fuck the mummy.
Yeah, it was like a Christmas tree topper.
Yeah.
But a
Like,
mummy.
you become a man.
It
Son.
was like that watch and everyone's ass in Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. One last thing in this story: the culture ministry has now taken possession of the mummified remains, and they plan to protect and preserve it from sickos like Julio. Right. And a specialist at the ministry, after conducting an examination, determined that the remains were a quote pre-Hispanic relic. From the eastern area of Puno in the Andes. So this was like an old body. Oh, it was an adult male individual. So they said he probably should have called Juanito Juan because he was fucking a male mummy, and he
Well,
had
3 generations of his family had been.
Yeah.
Now that's shocking.
Wow.
the twist.
Yeah.
It was
You
male.
know, Mark, I was so happy when you said
Nick and Charlie.
The mummy's a man?
Yeah. That's what gets him upset.
they're all mad now. Yeah.
We are so stupid. Our life is a lie. Yeah.
No, Mark, thank you for confirming that it is illegal, because I was thinking to myself when you were saying that, like, imagine if there was just people rolling around with mummies all the time. That would be the most terrifying and terrible world I could even think of, basically.
It's not good. Luckily, Peru's got their shit together. This wasn't the first time they've seen a sicko with a mummy, and they hauled his ass to jail. Gross all around. It's sad if anyone got that DoorDash guy thing, and really alarms me for any time.
Where
I get
was
food
that
delivery
again?
Peru.
Okay, so we couldn't have gotten delivery from it. Good.
No, but I mean, what else is going on with delivery drivers if this guy exists? You know.
Oh, you always wonder that. You ever get like a weird film on your delivery order, and you're just like, that's a lot of condensation. I don't know, like what is, like.
I'm always like, if there's a seal, I'm like, does this seal look a little bit broken? Does this McDonald's sticker seal look a little bit broken?
I mean, I'm not a germaphobe, but I do wonder, like, about the hygiene of the delivery apparatus.
Most germaphobes can't order from DoorDash.
No way.
Yeah, no way. Unless it's like a therapy session.
I don't care. I'll take a hair out of my food and keep eating it.
Ooh, I can't do other people's hair textures.
Really? If you find a hair at the beginning of your meal, you're done with it?
What's the Pluckers? We had a big Pluckers order, like a multiple $100 Pluckers order for like 6 of us back in the day. Because they're pretty expensive. We got wings galore, and I ate someone's long hair and I threw up, and I couldn't eat the rest of the Pluckers.
Well, if you eat it, that's one thing.
I bit into
I get it. Yeah, but if
into
you just discover it on the food and you can toss it away,
I could do that. I bit into this.
You
thing.
can clean a food, but if it goes into your mouth dirty, it's over.
I couldn't unbite
I don't know. I think I
hair,
could
which
spit
is
out a hair
you
and
can't
keep
you can't chew through hair. So it was like
wings, maybe so, but I don't know.
Oh boy. Anyways, bonus dog, real quick bonus dog. International.
Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, the throw up was what got me though.
I had one of my food the other day, and I was just like, no problem.
There you go. You could go to Peru.
Wes loves hairy
Yeah.
food.
Doesn't bother me. That's disgusting. Bonus dog international one that I got last minute. This guy. What do you think happened to this guy?
Pink eye.
Ass kicked.
He got his ass kicked by the Bolivian jungle, by like the Amazon. He got lost. This is Jonathan Acosta, 30 years old. He got separated from friends while hunting in northern Bolivia, and he was in the jungle for 31 days, and people couldn't find him. And he said he was eating worms. He dislocated his ankle, and he survived off of worms. And they eventually found him. Very happy. This is like his wife or whatever, happy to find him. And then this is somehow the same guy. I think they shaved him for some reason because he was in the jungle.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What?
They shaved him from all like the potential like
He was
rashes.
very
and stuff.
swollen.
Yeah. So they shaved his ass, and this is him in pain the next day after they found him. Yeah.
Ooh.
So that guy, Jonathan Acosta, survived. Jonathan Acosta.
Brazil?
Bolivia, northern Bolivia in the jungle.
Oh man.
You think that if you eat nothing but like worms for a week, you something changes about you forever.
I think he's lying too about the worms. I think there was more than just worms.
Everything probably tastes more delicious forever.
Yeah.
Maybe, but what if it's a different kind of change?
I mean, if there was a child out there, he ate it. You know what I mean? Like it was worms, and he was able to admit to the worms.
Exactly.
I'm really worried about bug people. You guys are worried about big air. I'm really worried about big bug. I feel like they plant stories like this all the time. Like,
well,
look at this guy who survived on nothing but insects.
Yeah, but he doesn't look so great.
Yeah, he doesn't look great, Will.
Yeah,
the big bug's got a lot of money.
I'm not thinking, bug sandwich after this, you know?
They showed he could do it, though.
It's true.
I wouldn't eat a meal if I found a bug on it before a hair. That's for sure.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, we get it. You're not scared of hair.
No, what I'm saying, I'm just trying to set the record straight here.
What are you're setting yourself
I
up
got
for?
the 5 hairballs today. What are you
You're
kidding?
setting yourself up for a hair food challenge.
Oh God, no, I don't want that.
Just roll food on a carpet.
We
should eat those tarantulas that have the hair still on them.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat any bugs.
All right.
I'll eat like I ate grasshoppers in a taco one time in New York City, and they were fine. They were decent, but it's not something you would seek out, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, you're on high five, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Grasshoppers aren't great. Got it. Yeah.
This one's called
I believe you.
Yeah.
Fashion Power in honor of the
Women's Month.
Women's Month. So,
Yeah.
Fashion Power. Here we go.
Entering the room looking good.
Yeah, Pat is on top of that.
Hey, he's a fashion power kind of guy,
Yeah, it's true. Pat's coffee. I'm high five. The W's are bringing you stories. What's out? The Hive Hour's out. So join us at patreon.com.
Ooh,
The
yes.
Hive Hour's out,
too.
right?
Yes.
It's a good one.
It is. And then Florman Friday will be out on Friday. It's a good one too. So, patreon.com/hard factor for all that bonus material. I think we have a date for the next
We do. We have a merch
trivia.
extravaganza.
Big week.
March 23rd, okay? Coming up this month, we're going to have one time only exclusive. You're going to be able to get all the designs we've put out this year for this Fat Boy Summer push plus more. All of our best designs. It's going to be some kind of discount. We're going to
do crazy shit once we get
you'll be able to
certain
tell
amounts.
us do something
Yeah.
on the live
Yeah.
stream. Like
Wes
if
is gonna
if you
eat
order
hair.
enough merch.
Yeah.
Exactly. Merch extravaganza at the live taping on March 23rd. That's a Thursday night. Okay, so we're just going to be all night, store.hardfactor.com, giving out incentives to get some of this incredible merch. And then it's one time only on these designs, okay? Because if you don't get them on that extravaganza, they're going back in the vault. Only the top 10 designs are staying in the store after that.
right.
So you got to get what you want then and get us to do something funny on air, or otherwise you're going to miss it. So that's
Huge
on
night.
you.
That's for everyone. Everyone can join that. And then the next night, that's March 23rd, March 24th, Friday is trivia night for Send in the Car, Golden Elbow, and the boys, the hosts. So big week that week in 3 or 4 weeks. So, but yeah, anyways, get on the Patreon, get on the Discord, get out there, have a great fucking day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. We love y'all. Goodbye.